Every day is so wonderful, and suddenly it's hard to breathe. Now and then I get insecure.
Have a great day, online learners, in the field of ethics. Today we will be tackling about one of the simplest but most neglected duty of every professional, and that is therapeutic communication. So, brace up for our online sharing now, which is ethics of therapeutic communication. What is therapeutic communication, which is shortly known as THERACOM? Well, this is a communication which is aimed to promote understanding, communicative patience, and effective listening to the conversational participants. In short, THERACOM is being more tolerant, understanding, and patient when compared to the normal reactive and right-oriented basic communication system. A nurse who was once my student shared a story with me about the hospital that she was serving in Bacolod City. She told me that there are actually 7 hospitals at least in the city, and the hospital she is working for is just one of them and not even in the city proper. However, it was not only once or twice, but many times that she can witness why patients wanted to be in that hospital where she works, even though if in technicality or in modernization, there are even better hospitals in Bacolod. Now, she asked one of her patients who is in that situation why they wanted to be in this hospital. The patient answered, "You know what? We feel like we are at home and we are in a family when we are in your hospital. We notice that care always starts with a prayer, and that all the staff, or most of them at least, caters a smile when they are near you or they are in contact with you. There are even weekends when they are distributing food for the watchers and roses or greetings for the patients. Those are not required medical routines anymore, but the extra mile of letting us patients feel, letting the watchers feel that we are not only here as patients and watchers, but as friends and co-health planners in our own diagnosis and plan of care, makes this an extraordinary hospital. We feel like we can talk to any of the workers in this system, and they will not reject our presence. This is a classic example of an ongoing and functional therapeutic communication. Now, dear learners, if you noticed, the advantages that were pointed out by this patient are not all medically mandated or part of nursing practice or part of professional expectations. In fact, they are all beyond that, and it is more of the attitude, character, and noticeably communication values. Yes, it is very evident that only 30% of the patient in our hospital are really there because they want seclusion or isolation. 70% are there because they are sick and they don't have sensible company at home where they can emotionally express and unpack their baggages for them to really feel comfortable, rested, and eventually happy. Today, hospitals tend to be very systemic and technical already, that there is already a problem with nurse contact. Nurses list their job descriptions and do only what the paper is asking for, such that When they enter the room, they will right away go to the IV set or the dextrose and check them. Then they go to the catheter and check them. And then to the oxygen tanks and check them. But not even saying good evening, good morning, good noon to the patient and the watchers because they want to display the ideation of being busy and occupied. This is a great neglect of one of the greatest ethical advantage of professionalism in general. When we are dealing with people, it is always very important if we can establish rapport, get a common communication topic, and have time to relaxingly smile and share light moments with our subordinates, with our point of contacts, and with people we want to serve. Of course, you are busy, but believe that you will be busier than expected when you will have uncooperative patients, uncooperative business partners, uncooperative people you will serve because they feel that you are not connecting with them or you are not even interested in having business or having communication with them. In other professions, sometimes the distinguishing point between getting the contract or not borders on the character. Let me again repeat that. The distinguishing point between getting the contract or not borders on the character and attitude of the person making the offer. In restaurants, oftentimes what makes people come back is not only food, but personal services, which includes customer treatment and accessibility and understandability of the crew and the management. Thus, it is always important to know that beyond our educated professions, there is one thing that will make us better professionals, and that is therapeutic communication. Believe me, it will do wonders. It can make an uncooperative patient cooperate. It can make a strict boss reflect and become a generous friend. It can make a hopeless agreement spring out to become a conglomerated partnership with a promise of abundance and success. All because we choose to go beyond the limits of professionalism and practice therapeutic communication. Theracom means giving another try to an almost failing point. Theracom means doing everything with no stones unturned. Theracom means it's humanity beyond professionalism. Have that therapeutic communication spirit in you, and you will someday become a person greater than what you think and whom you think. Have a great day, therapeutic communicators. Have a great day, learners.
Don't you be